Yeah, sometimes baseball can be a cruel game. Today was one of those days for us. So we've got to wear it. We've got to learn from it. And we've got to move on, just like we did last year.
Raise your hand. We got a mic too. Start with John.
Was that basically your message to the team after the game? How did you see them kind of respond as they walked off the field after the night?
Yeah, they were down. You know, they were down. They were disappointed. They put a lot into that game. We needed to get 3 outs to win it, and we didn't. So they were disappointed. So the message was, treat success and failure the same. When we had a big series a couple weeks ago, people were patting us on the back. Now I'm sure people will wonder what's going wrong. You've got to treat those 2 imposters the same, and just keep working.
Great. What lessons will you be taking from a game like this?
Well, again, the lesson after yesterday was we needed to shore up our pitching and defense, and our defense played very well today. Obviously, we pitched really, really well for the most part, so we just have to put it all together. I told our hitters this is big boy baseball in terms of the pitching they faced, and so guys that have swings that might be a little bit long, you got a really good lesson on how to make the adjustments this weekend. Because if you're going to beat pitching staffs that have guys averaging 96-mile-an-hour fastballs, there's a certain type of swing, and they got a taste of that firsthand all weekend. So we could have won 2 out of those 3 games. That's our guys. Our guys need to understand that as well. It's a top 10 team in the country. It's probably an Omaha contender, and we're that close to winning 2 out of 3 games. So it happened last year. They have our number right now for some reason. That'll change at some point, and we just need to understand this isn't a death blow for us in our season.
In the 9th, the double that Carey gave up, was that a missed spot? Was Olsen playing a little too far off the bag? What did you see on that play?
What you try to do in that inning is you get the leadoff guy out, and then you go to no doubles. So we were hugging the line a little bit, but not full no doubles, because if you go no doubles and that guy hits the ball through the 6-hole like he normally does, you've started an easy rally for them where they can get the bunt down and they have a guy in scoring position. So ideally you get the leadoff guy out, then you go to no doubles, so that it's going to take 3 hits in a row with 1 out already in the bag. So it was just one of those unfortunate things.
Yeah, and also the move to Sawyer when you did, and what happened on the pitch to Maxwell?
I mean, obviously they didn't think he was going to hit a 3-run homer. That's why they were going to try to safety, and just one of those fluky things. It was a bad pitch. I'm sure he wishes he had it back. But, again, it was just one of those things. They were trying to safety squeeze and take 1 run there. They sure didn't think he'd hit a 3-run homer. And, we made a bad pitch, and he snuck it around the pole.
Today, a building block for Quentin, a couple nice plays in the field, and obviously multiple hits, including the lone RBI.
Yeah, we've been hoping to see that out of him. Just a scrappy middle infielder that can give you some good at bats from the left side, and he did that. Had the big RBI hit and got on base late. So hopefully that's something he can build on for sure.
Great.
Going off that, how's Noah, and when do you think he'll be back and ready to play?
Yeah, Noah's day to day. He was. You probably noticed he was going to come in and pinch hit if Jenkins had gotten on there. He was the next guy he was going to hit for George in that spot. He can swing it right now for the most part, but he's having trouble throwing. So we'll just have to monitor that day to day.
What concerns you most after this weekend?
Well, we saw what a big-time SEC pitching staff has a ton of power arms that Georgia threw at us. So we just need to continue to work on our pitching depth. And we're not at full strength right now because of some injuries. And so, again, I think we went, for the most part, we could have won 2 out of 3 in that series. We didn't. At the end of the day, you are what your record says you are. We didn't win those games, but we have to have growth like we did last year. We had growth throughout the year. We had some heartbreaks early on that we handled the right way and we moved on and improved from. We have to do the same thing this year.
What did you see out of TJ? Were you happy with what you got from him and also Brett as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, TJ, 4 innings, no earned runs. Obviously, he got off to the slow start in the first inning, which probably cost him an inning later in the game because he had to throw so many pitches in a high leverage situation in the first inning. So that probably cost him getting into the 5th or 6th. But he gave up no earned runs in 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 hit. and obviously Brett was really good for most of that outing too. So those guys are two real good positives for us.
Coach, in the fifth, that decision to send Chris from third on the fly ball, was that just a case of you didn't know how many chances you were going to get, so you had to be aggressive?
Yeah, that was, I mean, Georgia did a nice job of putting the ball in play with two. We had the bases loaded there, and obviously Chris isn't our best runner, but it takes, almost a perfect throw and tag there, and Coach Lake decided to be aggressive, and, we preach being aggressive, and it was bang, bang, and, we went to the review to see if the catcher, because there's a lot of crazy rules about what catchers can and can't do these days, and so we knew he had been tagged out, but we didn't know if he had gotten into the line and taken away home plate, like is not allowed in this day and age. So we went to the monitor just to see if maybe we can get something there, and they decided not to overturn it.
You touched on Brent briefly, but do you think that the way he pitched probably deserved a better fate given the way that he had thrown and just kind of at the tail end of his rope there with his pitches?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he deserved to get a win today. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we had them shut out on one or two hits going into the ninth inning. They all deserved a better fate. That entire team deserved a better fate. But again, sometimes baseball can be very cruel, and you have to be able to fight back from it, and we will. Thank you.
All right, thank you.